Hello, everyone. Welcome to Steve and Steven. I'm Steve.
I'm Steven.
We've got a lot to talk about today. We have a very great packed show. First thing I want to share, I showed you this last week. Of course, this happened on like Thursday, which for those of you who don't know, we record this on Wednesday. We've got this fun clip here of Steven Crowder talking about battling his inner demons. I sent this to you last week on Twitter when I saw it.
I was at work, so I didn't listen to it. And then I usually forget.
Let's throw this guy in. Okay, let's take a...
All right, shout out Ralph Retort.
Yes, thank you, Ethan Ralph.
I'm afraid, frankly, I used to have a bad temper. I'm afraid of it coming back. I'm afraid of Mr. Hyde rearing his ugly bisexual head. That was a short phase. No, I'm afraid.
But he has that nice little like Mr. Hyde simile. Like, I'm afraid of Mr. Hyde, Mr. Sam Hyde poking his little bisexual head into my ass, making me bisexual again. It's just funny that he's finally like confirmed his why he dresses up like a girl all the time.
Yeah, I don't think he's joking though, right?
I don't know. He looks serious. Look at him.
I know, but
he's hunched over.
sometimes we say things like with sincerity and we're joking, but
That's
I don't know.
true.
He does look like he's about to cry because this is just something he's had to hold on to for years.
As if like we didn't know this about him already.
Like you dress up as a woman like twice a year at least.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Is that Walter like the gun company? Is that how Walter spelled?
Yeah.
That he was wearing on his shirt? So
They sponsor him. Anyway, time for the intro.
But it hurt when Steven said I'm gay.
I like Steven. They're friendly.
Steven, make me sick to my stomach.
I went duck hunting with Steven.
Steven, they're fans of mine, but I'm even bigger fans of theirs.
Okay, so I guess the thing with cold opens, because we've already introduced the show, then we just played the intro. All right. Well,
so we were supposed to do the cold open and then the welcome to the show. And
yes.
Then,
That's okay. We learn something new every single day around here.
There was a big ass balloon over our country.
Oh my gosh. Yes, there was. I got the news article right here. So U.S. officials have found what's appeared to be a Chinese spy balloon. But upon further investigation, like the Panda Express logo, it turns out it's actually an experimental delivery service method that they're trying out.
Baroon. I thought you were going to hit the Baroon route.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Okay.
I actually didn't write that one down. Actually, it's not true. I went to Snopes. There's a fact check. So there is no evidence. So some people are saying it's a COVID balloon. You know, when it pops, it spreads COVID everywhere, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
So Snopes says there's no evidence to suggest the Chinese balloon carried a new strand of COVID. However, those who were near the wreckage are worried that they may be turning Japanese.
Okay, that was pretty good. I wasn't expecting that one. Yeah.
And then the last one I've got is everyone's talking about this Chinese balloon, but no one is talking about the gong sound it made when it was shot. So, speaking of Chinese people, I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. Have you heard about that movie at all?
No.
Okay, well, it is like if A24 made a Marvel movie, that's what this movie is. It's made by the people who made Swiss Army Man and the Turn Down for What music video. So honestly, it's like if you just took, have you seen the Turn Down for What music video?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like if you just took that and made it into a movie. But everyone's talking about how it's like the best movie of all time. It has Data from the Goonies, who was also Short Round in Indiana Jones.
Okay.
And my wife, Stevette, she pointed out that he literally plays the same exact character in every movie, which is which is the screaming Chinese kid. So in this whole movie, he's like 40 and he's like, "Can't do that, go!" It was a cool looking movie, but it sucked. We were also with like this Reddit crowd who had clearly seen the movie like multiple times.
Okay.
And since it's about like intergalactical like space travel, in this universe, I'm not a loser. That's why Redditors probably like, they like that movie. But they were like hysterically laughing. Like Big Bang Theory, Sheldon said bazinga, like laugh track all the way, like that level for all of these jokes that are used multiple times. And it like made me hate the movie.
You just had to listen to that the whole time?
Pretty much, yeah. So like there's one of these epic dimensions where everyone's their fingers are hot dog fingers. So every time they jump to this dimension, everyone's like laughing because they're like, I can't pick this up.
Man, that's tough.
It was so gay, but it's up for so many Oscars, and I feel like it could win like special effects, but anything outside of that, like No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Hey, Bob, looks like got yourself in a minute, Bob.
When are the Oscars? Don't the Oscars already happen?
They're like March 12th.
Okay.
I thought they were normally in February, but
Yeah, well, whenever the Grammys happen, which we'll get to,
Yeah.
I was thinking that was the Oscars, and then I realized it was a music thing. I don't know.
different guy. My Grammy's husband, Oscar.
I feel like I was going to say something about the China balloon, but
We got Baroon.
it's fine.
Oh, I forgot to say this too, but the question for that movie was turned down for what? Or no, the question is turned down for what? The answer is turned down for everything, everywhere, all at once. But when you make a movie about everything, everywhere, all at once, you're really making a movie about nothing, nowhere, never.
Not at all. Let's run through the Grammys.
Hope you all watched. I watched.
I didn't watch a second of it, but I will say this. So I saw on Tim Dillon, he uploaded something from one of his premium or his twink producer boy, Owen, posted a clip on his social, and it was like, the clip was Tim Dillon saying that Hollywood doesn't work if the people are gross, right? And he goes, the number one, I can't even do like a gay lesbian fucking Tim Dillon voice, but he's like, the most offensive thing about Sam Smith is that he's dressed like a plumber. That's the most offensive thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the thing that you're also plagued with, Tim.
Yeah.
That's not the most offensive thing about him. So I don't know. I just thought that was fucking funny that Tim Dillon commented on it. But no, I have comments on people's outfits. But do you have anything on the ceremony as a whole, the ritualistic effigy burning that happened?
Yeah, I'm one of these guys where I love to watch the Grammys and the Oscars every single year, and I love to pretend like I'm outraged when I see a bunch of degenerate bundle of sticks acting the way that they do. They act exactly the way that I expect them to act, but yet I still like to pretend like I can't believe it. Like Harry Styles dressing like the way he dressed. I can't believe it. He's only been wearing dresses for like 3 years. So I actually think a good litmus test for content, though, I will say, is like, oh, do I watch Tim Pool? Do I watch Ben Shapiro? Am I more libertarian? I don't know. If anyone like talks about the Grammys in like a way that they're outraged, that's how you know you just need to avoid them entirely, because it's like, I don't know how you say
Dude, if you're using any mental space to fucking be outraged about like these disgusting people in Hollywood, then you're like so much more of an idiot.
Yeah.
And to do it repeatedly year after year, like, oh, it's just getting so bad here. It's like Harry Styles was on, what was he? Was he on the cover of a magazine last year in drag?
Probably like Girls Vogue or something.
Girls Vogue. He was on the cover of Girls Vogue. And so now when he dresses like this, it's like, you can't be outraged.
Yeah.
He looked like a twink, but I mean.
Yeah, he's always kind of looked that way. Also, it's like everyone from middle school, do you not remember constantly calling Harry Styles and One Direction gay? Now you're surprised when he wears women's clothes. Like, are you serious? Same thing with Pfizer. Like, I've been talking about Pfizer being satanic like since 2020. I'm not surprised that they sponsored this like satanic like musical performance.
Right.
I wasn't joking when I said it last time, and I ain't joking now.
To run through some of the people there.
Yeah.
First off, this is news to me, and this will make me sound dumb this episode, even though I normally sound like a genius on here. Cyclone's just a small hurricane. Am I right, folks? Kim Petras is a man. This is news to me. I didn't
know that. What is Kim Petras? Okay.
Look him up. I did it. Yeah, I did it, folks. I said him about somebody that transitioned to womanhood. Can't do it. I will be Ben Shapiro here. That's my... Okay, you pulling up Kim Petras? That's a fucking man. I didn't realize this, but I didn't really know who Kim Petras was. I just had heard that name.
Help me out here. So this is the man.
Petras.
So this is pre. Oh.
No. You fucking spelled it way different than I just told you.
Petras.
A-S. R-A-S, not two R's. There you go. Get rid of that R.
Look, man, I can't see the text over here. Is this it? Oh, This is a man?
Yes.
Anya Taylor-Joy? Chubby
Anya Taylor-Joy just looks like a
Oh, yeah, I can totally
rabbit.
see how that's a man. Wait, is this the same?
I mean, I get the jaw, but let's just put it this way.
Okay, this is very convincing. This looks like a girl.
Woman.
That's
woman.
crazy.
I could have let myself probably be turned on by this person. And I'll have fucking say, we got the people next door home.
Is this Poppy? This looks like Poppy.
No, don't say that. But I mean, is that not a hot bod? You can't.
That
if
looks
I
like a
said,
girl.
"Is that a hot person?" you would go, "Yes."
Oh yeah. If I didn't know anything about this person, yeah,
Right.
I probably would been like, "Oh yeah, yeah."
But most of these, no, because that jawline is crazy. But probably got it all shaved down. Looks like a woman.
So is Kim dating Sam Smith?
No, I think they did something together at the Grammys. I didn't watch.
Yeah, I actually didn't watch it either. But what other outfit was Lizzo there?
Lizzo was there. Lizzo looked actually pretty sexy. So Dolce & Gabbana made her dress by sewing together 4 queen-size comforters. She needs a dress fit for a queen.
Nice.
All right, I thought you'd think that
Let
was
me check
funny.
this. I need to see what she looks
So
like.
this way,
Sorry, give me a
it
second to
could
Google this.
actually cover her entire baby beluga.
Which one's her? Is this her?
Yeah.
That's what she wore. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Wow.
So
okay.
yeah, I do it when she's all wrapped up. She looks like a hemorrhaged asshole, just a turd poking out of a hemorrhaged asshole.
I love this. I love Google doesn't show you exactly what you want. I typed in Lizzo dress. Okay, Grammys. There we. Oh.
So she's just like a little turd poking out.
What the fudge? Fudge-a-rooney. Don't say fudge if Lizzo hears it. She's running towards you. Wow. What is this G written on? Gay?
I should have had a photo of all these, and honestly, I just went through a slideshow. So if I could remember the slideshow, that's probably what I would just send you. Shania Twain.
G for give me more dinner, please.
Shania Twain looked like she was repping Steven because she looked like a cow mage. Yep, there you go. She looks like a cow mage. Honestly, you could have told me Shania Twain was dead, and I wouldn't have known any different.
She's also trans. She wrote, I feel like a woman.
True.
Do they have, do these celebrities, do they have like a say in what they wear? Or are they just like assigned a designer and they have to wear it? Because like,
I've got to imagine that some of them are more involved than others. Like some people probably.
Like she could have said no to this.
Yeah. No, I could see her being behind it. She did the red hair too as an accent. So.
I'm gay.
Okay.
Who else we got?
I honestly, dude, wanted to run through this a little bit faster, but.
Okay, who else?
Doja Cat. So I'll wait for you to type it in. We will not make this to where we can clip this into a short, just me running through people.
Doja Cat's a girl?
Doja Cat is a girl.
Wow, I did not know
She
that.
went as Lenny Kravitz's daughter. And honestly, Doja Cat's just disappointing because she didn't make herself look full on fucking monkey, then it'd be fine. Okay, Taylor Swift looked good. Don't even have to look her up. She looked good.
Okay, I believe you.
Heidi Klum. Look up Heidi Klum. Yep, you're going to want to see this and you're not going to want to delete. All right, Heidi Klum could be my mommy.
Okay.
Her go-to at all these things is gold dress, show off the tits. I love it. Shout out Heidi Klum. You could literally be my mommy. God, those are probably fake tits, right? I mean, they have to be. Look, those are just too perfect to not be fake.
Probably, yeah. So that was the Grammys. We can't wait
Wait,
for
hold
the...
on.
Oh, no.
Pharrell. Well, I just keep forgetting because I have to wait 30 minutes for you to pull up a photo.
Oh my God. Well, I didn't watch. I don't know what they look like. I can't just agree blindly to these people.
Okay.
But Pharrell Williams, I know what he looks like. I can
Pharrell
visualize
looked
it.
hella fly for a black guy who acts white.
I've got something in my head.
Okay.
So it was the hat again. He wore that hat that he wore.
Nuh-uh.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't see the hat. Harry Styles, more like Harry No Styles.
Yeah, that one I did see. Everyone was sharing that one.
Mary J. Blige, more like Mary J. Blah. Just kidding, she looked good. Megan Fox, she's been hot ever since she started getting work done.
She at the Grammys?
Machine Gun Kelly, more like Machine Gun Kill Me. Because he looks like a strung out junkie, and that's what his face is always saying.
Yeah, he does.
See all these great lines I could have spit out that we could have clipped into a short?
I can still clip it into a short. Do you know anything about it? I can cut out the silence.
Camila Cabello, though, hottest. Camila Cabello is so hot. Oh, Jack Harlow had O.J. Simpson gloves on.
Ooh.
And Olivia Rodrigo, she just looks like she wants to ruin your life. I'm in for it.
Jenna Ortega
adjacent.
Gotcha. Okay.
Olivia Rodrigo is a little bit crazier, I think, and I go for that.
What's the big takeaway from Grammys? Should we go next year?
Yeah, actually, we've been invited.
Yes. Best comedy album. Best comedy
single, our opening.
Yes, that's true. So
we'll be going. We'll be sitting with Ben and Joe and whoever else shouts us out. Lex in the front row.
What's his name? Rick Rubin. He'll be with us because he helped produce it.
Yeah.
So he told us how to use
He's
the
the genius behind it.
Yeah.
Did you see the one of Rick Rubin when he was on Rogan talking about like chop suey or something?
Yes.
It's kind of funny, honestly. That song rules. I don't care what anybody says.
What if they picked up? What if he picked up like Mein Kampf or something, you know, the random book off the shelf, or like Dick Masterson's Men Are Better Than Women.
Mm-hmm.
Could have changed the game of chop suey.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't have any takeaways. The Grammys are always stupid. To be offended by it is equally dumb as watching it sincerely and thinking it's great content.
Yeah.
That's my big takeaway with all award shows for that matter. And you can just read about it afterwards. But
that's so true.
Who cares? Like music award shows probably are worse because I think music sucks more than like movies because there's no like independent movies that are good because they don't have a budget for it.
They all have to like
music. You can still make great music and have no budget.
Like no budget movies, it's like they automatically fall into that category of indie movies where it just like has to suck. I don't know. I feel like it's very hard to make a good low budget indie movie. But back then, that's with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I feel like that's the best example.
Do you remember when all those like mumblecore movies were popular in like the 2010s or whatever? Mumblecore is like It was
deaf
mostly
people?
like, no, I have a deaf thing too. Damn. But no, it's like, what's that guy's name? Look up Mumblecore and see who the people are involved. I hate that I have you on this duty now, but this is a lot better, honestly.
It wouldn't be so bad if I have to duck under and reach around the mic stand just to like type in on the keyboard. That's the thing that's bad about it. If
What
I
was that guy's name? Mark and J. Duplass. They make all those Mumblecore movies, and it's characterized. I'm reading the Wikipedia, so you don't need to think I'm smart, people. Independent film characterized by naturalistic acting, dialogue, low budget film production, and emphasis on dialogue over plot. So the reason it's Mumblecore is because there's a lot of like what we're doing right now.
Okay.
It's not like
so it's a
script.
podcast with a camera.
yeah, pretty much. But there was one good one that was like the couch, something about a couch or recliner. I like Mark.
Is a couch a recliner?
I like Mark Duplass though.
Okay.
I don't know how we got onto that, but
Something about music and movies. I don't know.
so Joe Rogan.
This is new. So we've got some news here. Joe Rogan has been in a little bit of trouble. He just keeps, we thought that once Spotify, took over his whole name, face, and likeness, that his quality would go down. But he's been saying stuff about like not getting the shots.
Mm-hmm.
And he recently made this joke online. Let's throw this up in the air. Ben's going to share it too. We're going to hear it twice, but that's okay.
The idea that Jewish people are not into money is ridiculous.
Listen.
That's like saying Italians aren't into pizza. It's fucking stupid.
Listen.
It's fucking stupid.
I understand.
So yeah, there you go. So that's the comment he made. Saying that Jewish people are not into money is fucking stupid.
It's like saying Italians don't like pizza.
Or like black people don't like pie. So Ben jumps in, and I was curious if he was even going to comment on this because Ben is in that category of people with like Jordan Peterson and not Harvey Weinstein, what's his name? Brett Weinstein and his brother, where they're like these high school nerds. They're complete losers.
Right.
So they look at Joe Rogan as if he was like the cool kid that they never got to hang out with. So it's like when they go on Joe Rogan's podcast, they're not like hanging out with Joe. It's like they're reliving their past trauma where they used to get bullied, but instead they get to hang out with and have a cigar and get laughed at and like in the way where it's like, oh, Ben said something funny. They get to hang out with the cool guy.
I think Ben will not, and I haven't seen this clip yet. I think Ben will not take Joe's shit lightly, and I don't think he normally does. Because whenever the N-word thing happened with Joe,
I don't remember what Ben said.
I think he said something. That's not a nice thing to say.
So here's what we've got.
So my friend Joe Rogan yesterday,
My friend.
or a couple of days ago, he had on Sagar Enjeti and Crystal Ball. They are the hosts of Breaking Points, which is a
he just came up with a
podcast,
name
which
on the
is fun to
spot.
listen. It's interesting, worth to listen. Crystal Ball was doing a full-scale
Crystal Ball,
defense of
Magic
Ilhan
Marker.
Omar being a raging Jew hater. And
So by the way, while this is going on, for those of you who don't have the video, because we ain't giving it to you, there are these ads popping up while he's talking about how it's anti-Semitic to suggest that Jews love money. But let's just
Joe
keep
Rogan,
going.
being Joe, was riffing. And as he was riffing, he just sort of dumped out a idea about Jews that is, at the very least, not good. Because I'm friends with Joe, I'm going to chalk this up to Joe just riffing. There are a couple of ways to interpret what he is saying.
So like, okay, if he wasn't friends with Joe, then would it be pure anti-Semitic hatred?
Right.
Like, I don't know, just
Picking
nice little way he
Jews,
says
picking
it. Yeah.
Jews.
Thing right here. Suffice it to say that the meme that Jews are into money, like disproportionately into money, like Jews love the money, that is anti-Semitic.
Hang on, clip
Into
that.
money, like disproportionately into money, like Jews love the money. That is anti-Semitic. Okay.
Okay, so hang on. I thought Jews loved money, and let me show you real quick why I thought that. Where did I get that from, right? Where did I get this misinformation from?
And if it makes me money at the same time, great. I'm out to make money.
But
I
that's
like
not because
money.
I'm Jewish.
So there you go. He says he loves money. Anyway, let's
Okay,
keep
if you
going.
say Jews love money more than other
Jews
people
love money more than other people.
I'm going to need some evidence on that score, number
Already
one.
gave it.
Number two, it is, in fact, an anti-Jewish statement to suggest that Jews have a particular love for the mullah because they are corrupt or terrible or whatever. That all ties into. So here was the bit that went
Money.
in the
Yeah, so their version of the video was like way worse. It was all chopped up. What was up with that?
Italians are into pizza, like Italians are disproportionately into pizza. Jews are into money, or Italians invented pizza, Jews invented money. Like the Jews are in control of world finance. That's one way to read it. The other
no
way
one
to
said
read
anything
that
about
is
that.
What he is saying is that Jews like money like everybody else likes money. Italians like pizza like everybody else likes pizza. Okay, that is one way to rate it. I'll leave it up to you which one you think is more accurate. However, to pretend that that's actually what Ilhan Omar was saying is not true, okay? Ilhan Omar, when she said it's all about the Benjamins, she was specifically referring to American support for Israel, and the suggestion was that AIPAC was paying members of Congress using Jew money in order to get people to support Israel. That
So there you go. He's decided to let Joe off with a warning there. So, but then I also wanted to show you 5 minutes into the video, this is what happens again. So if you think Jews love money, you're anti-Semitic, but at the same time,
It is via the internet that you can preserve your family memories. This is what I've done via Legacy Box. A Legacy Box is great. What do they do? Well, go out in your garage. In your garage, you'll find a bunch of...
so he just goes right into the ad.
Yeah.
Which I know that's not exclusive to Jewish people. Anyone with a podcast, they always like run ads like crazy. So it's a little unfair there, but
Yeah, speaking of Ben, because I really don't have anything to say about this. That was like almost a non-story for me.
because you're not surprised that Ben
Because
did what he did.
it's because Joe to me like was just making a joke or something. Like I don't know. And it's like if anybody actually was outraged about this, then they're retarded. I don't care if you're fucking Jewish or whatever. But speaking of Ben, while we're on him, I'll read you some. I was going through his
Yes,
old
okay,
tweets
yeah.
of Trump, of things he tweeted about Trump before he was president. This was from March 31st, 2011. So this was like the first time that Trump had kind of always talked about running, but this was Ben's tweet. Trump has something other candidates don't, an F it attitude and F you money. Why I back Donald Trump on the Ben Shapiro show. Hashtag TCOT, hashtag Tea Party. Donald Trump's interview with Meredith Vieira was pure magic. Beginning to think the only candidate who can beat Obama in 2012 is Trump. Trump has traction. Did you see his Vieira interview? Stunningly awesome. He has a blowtorch. I mean, there's like 20 tweets about Trump in a span of like 3 months in 2011.
Damn, that's crazy.
Well, I thought it was funny. Okay, we'll keep it moving. State
Sorry,
of the
hang
Union.
on, I think I have to go to work.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if...
this relationship's over, Ben.
Sorry, Ben.
Sorry about that. Yesterday, I had to leave work. There was an open mic. There was a spot open, and I needed $25. So I had to go, no different from that firefighter, Tom Myers, go and do my set. Really wanted everyone to know what my thoughts on, I don't know, what Ukraine was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's funny because the people listening to them, they didn't even know we stopped.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's like,
true.
to us, that was like the longest piss break ever that you
Yeah,
went on.
yeah.
A long piss break to put out that fire. State of the Union. I don't really have anything, but I found a bunch of funny. Can you hear me good and everything? Because I can never hear myself. But there were obviously like a bunch of conservative memes trending after that.
Yeah.
And there were some good ones. I didn't save any of them, but I wrote them out. Okay, so here's one. Obviously, okay, there's one with so Joe Biden photoshopped doing stand up and smoking a cigarette, and on the top it says, "My girlfriend said I was a pedophile," and then at the bottom it says, I said that's a pretty big word for a 9-year-old.
Oh my God. Nice. That's like the boomer.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, then there's one. This is a classic boomery one. Biden is and then at the bottom a photo of a rooster, a
Oh,
lollipop.
yes.
He's a
Cocklicker.
cocksucker.
Oh, yeah.
I
can
yeah.
see.
And then the other one, this is the other version of it. This is the last one. He left our troops to die. He left our Afghan allies to die. And he left our service dogs to die. I'll never forgive this man for abandoning our heroes. Impeach now. So that's
Wow.
kind of all the flavors
Yeah.
of the conservative memes after.
I like how they knew they have to appeal to like all of the dog fuckers and like throw that in there too. Like,
Yeah.
gosh.
He left the dogs behind.
Yeah. Jeez. You know, you actually said something the other day though, whenever he was giving his little State of the Union,
Yeah.
that his mouth looks CG the entire time. It looks like a deep fake.
It does. Yeah, yeah. I've noticed that. Well, what was the initial one? Like maybe when he'd been in office for like a month or two and he like walked out to the whatever and his fucking half his head went missing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
definitely CG him at times. And I
Yeah.
don't know. I've been spooked by the AI or the deepfake stuff anyway. Have you seen the Tom Cruise guy?
I
Oh
don't
shit,
think
I'm not
so.
gonna know his name. Look up. You're not plugged in. But
Tom Cruise.
but no, there's this guy and he's showed up like in Paris Hilton's like Instagram stories and stuff, and he puts like the Tom Cruise deepfake on his face, and it's like you can't tell. Like at all.
Mm.
It's nuts. And his regular face looks kind of like Tom Cruise, but you wouldn't mistake him for Tom Cruise.
You know, I used to think I was like immune to falling for those deep fake things, but it actually took me a few times to realize that the Chinese Elon Musk, the Elon Ma, was like a deep fake. I thought he just happened to look like Elon Musk.
I kind of did too after a while,
But
because there's never really any glitchiness to his face, is there?
no, not really.
You're the expert
I know.
on
Well,
Iran.
now I'm like I don't know. Now I'm as knowledgeable as like a normie because again, with the State of the Union, seeing Biden's mouth move the whole time, it's like a dog. Like in those movies where they make the dogs like talk. It's like what it looked like. Because even when because they cut to like Marjorie Taylor Greene heckling Joe, like her mouth moves normally. Everyone else's mouths seem to move normally, but his was like so weird. I thought he was going to say something about like Graduate because have you seen that or not Graduate? Graduation, late registration, college dropout. I'm sorry.
The Kanye album?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll just take like an interview with Trump and then they do that little mouth like deep fake.
All right.
Like, but he made college dropout, so I can't hate him.
Dude, the deepfake stuff isn't, I don't know. I'm surprised. There's somebody's had to have made like a deepfake porn of Trump or something of like political people. Oh, I mean, there's definitely AOC deepfakes. There's no way there's not.
Yeah.
But it's there. They're taking over the world.
In that Ben Shapiro clip, he said something. I don't know if it was things he hates. It was the things I hate segment. The other story before he did that ad read was about this Twitch streamer who found out there was like deepfake porn of her. And so she's like crying on stream and saying she's going to sue that company. And Ben was like, I hate that. It wasn't real. I thought it was real when I was watching it.
Fuck, what was I going to say? There's do you remember when, you probably don't, but there's a story of like Ashton Kutcher tipped off Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. You know, they're married. Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard are married. He like tipped them off that there's Kristen Bell deepfake porn or something. This was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, no, I did not
So it's
hear
like,
about
that just means he was looking it up.
Yeah.
The family friend deepfake porn.
What the fuck? So like he was paying someone to like have it to make it for him?
No. He told like, there's deepfake porn of you out there. But it's like, how would you know that unless you're looking up the deepfake porn?
I see.
Deepfake porn, Ashton. Come on.
He's like, well, I was trying to punk somebody. I was trying to punk you actually, but I found out it was illegal to do. Yeah, because I've been thinking for a while they're gonna like Hollywood has kind of been utilizing that technology. Actually, you know what's funny? I saw this headline the other day. It was like Disney Plus is gonna explore like Luke Skywalker's like LGBT behavior or something. So just like imagine, I know Mark Hamill's like all for being a fag, but like imagine being an actor and it's like you go through your whole life, you're in all these roles. You're an old man. Now they have the way to like perfectly recreate you in your prime, but then they just make you a total like homo. You know, you're dead.
That's what they're going to do with it?
I think so. That's what it said. That's what the headline said.
Wow.
I mean, who knows? Disney could say like, I'm sure the reporter could have been like, so is Luke Skywalker going to suck dick? And they would say like, well, we haven't ruled that out yet. And then the headline's like, Luke is gay.
I thought he doesn't ever have a romantic interest in the show, does he?
He kissed his sister.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can just already see like a Jimmy Fallon joke. Like, as you can tell, more people were outraged that Luke's a homo instead of kissing his sister.
Did you see the Jimmy Kimmel deepfake thing I sent you? That was like pretty.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he did a 20th anniversary show talking to himself from 20 years ago,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
But like obviously they just deepfaked him. And I mean, you can't tell other than.
I thought it was like a real thing. I thought it was like 20 years ago.
He did like a time capsule
kind
of thing? No, I think there's some like weird references. Yeah, because they brought out, no, they had to have. See, I don't know. And I watched it.
Hey, future me, I hope you're no longer making jokes and I hope you're crying at least once a week on your show. Damn, they're all like that. I mean, that like Jimmy Kimmel having to cry on late night, that's like the same thing as like Harry Styles having to like dress up as a girl for all the award shows. Like every little place in the like Hollywood and music industry have that little like, how bad do you want it? Ooh, I've got the dollar bill over here. You want it? Oh, speaking of that, I found I don't know if I'm going to keep this in here, but I saw this meme on Twitter and it was like, you know how in SpongeBob there are those still images that are hyper detailed? It was like of Squidward's face shriveled up and it was like my face when I'm having like an anti-Semitic debate and my opponent is the Kirby Air Ride item bounce song comment section on YouTube. And I was like, is this like one of these millennial, like, let me just throw in all these random terms so it's funny? I looked it up and the song is, I'll just play it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good song though. I like it.
What is it?
This is just, it's from a Kirby game. It's like some item bounce. It's like the equivalent of like in Donkey Kong Country when you do the banana rooms, you know, like the banana vault. But some of these comments, I'll tell you, we've got, as impressive as Kirby's power is, I find it difficult to believe he was able to absorb 6 million enemies in such a short time span. And,
Go ahead.
and every comment is some little like joke like this. Sir, a second warp star has hit the tower. Boy, this song makes me feel really guilty for something I never did. One of the comments is in Russian but ends in a thumbs up. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. Someone also, I guess the comments have changed, but someone was like, I can't believe I just listened to this for free.
I still don't get the connection to Jews other than I don't get it. Why is everybody clued in on this meme?
I don't know. It sounds like Jewish music though. I think just
klezmer, a little klezmer music or something.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Because I tried looking up like
the 9/11 thing. They made a 9/11 joke. So is there some?
Well, that's like the thing that the dancing Israelis, like, you know, that thing.
Sure.
I don't want to say it on air. I don't know anything about it, but I think that's what that's a reference to.
Okay.
So. But I tried looking up the segment in the game. Like I didn't know if it was like a super Jewish looking character, but I couldn't find anything.
That's a dense reference. I've been on this Twitter thing lately. I think I sent you a tweet from it. It's ethnocentrist posting cope or something like that.
Maybe.
And
what's
it's
the
just
tweet?
All the tweets on there. The theme of it is like the black people. They're like, you know, I was originally an Egyptian and a Persian and a Jew.
Yeah.
It's all those, but it's, you know, it doesn't pick one side or the other.
Okay, that's good.
Because there's a lot of the white people. Because like British Israelism was really big back in the day, where like, not big, but you know, a cult of people that were like, we're actually the real Jews, and it's just these ugly British people.
So actually, we are the real Jews.
We're from the tribe of Dan or something. I think that's what they say. But that, I don't know, it's a very funny Twitter. I'm trying to think if I save anything here. Yeah, it's just the We Was Kings crowd kind of stuff, but it's very
like
funny.
It samples from like everybody.
Yeah, I thought I wrote one down. I mean, you feel bad because the new one. There was one that was really funny, and it was this black chick, and she was saying that like Native Americans and white people are in cahoots, and the black people are the real Native Americans.
Nice.
So that was yeah, it's just funny, but it's also like sad because they don't have any long-standing culture. Like they don't know like where they come from even, you know, until like DNA stuff started happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Like at least like most like white people in America know where they're from, so they like they want to connect to their culture or whatever. I don't know. Okay, maybe this is getting a little too racial. Oh, so the other thing, I don't know, this is less news. This is just something I've been doing. So I've been walking like a mile and a half around like my neighborhood, like in this little area, and there's a deaf crossing sign. And I saw a kid walking, right? So I'm thinking, like, is this what the prophecy is foretold? You know, I'm looking at the sign, seeing the kid. I'm like making some sounds to see if he'll turn around. But I was thinking, like, he's deaf, not blind. He can see the sign. Like, that's a little harsh.
Yeah. Yeah, what the heck?
So
it should be like a speaker that's doing it. Yeah, watch out for this retard. Like, that's what he's seeing when he's walking. I love the ones that's like autistic child area. I always take a picture of those when I see them.
There's one with an autistic?
I've seen a few of them before, yeah.
Oh.
I love it.
Are there schizo ones? Well, I asked because I lived across the street from, for a while in grade school, I lived across the street from this house, and they were like a foster home. So I had these shitty foster kids across the street. There's this kid named Shane Shoop.
Ooh.
Shane Shoop. And his coat always smelled like campfire for no reason. He lived across the street from me. And, but anyway, we had another guy that lived next to them, and they had this kid Cordell in my class, and his photo, I'm not even joking, his Facebook profile photo still is like an F-150 truck, and he just comments on girls' photos like, wow, you're pretty.
Oh my gosh.
And he just has the same fucking profile picture he's had for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but anyway, his older brother, I don't remember his name, he was schizo, and he would just walk up and down the streets, and I was like, people are going to get scared of this guy. We need a sign.
Yeah,
so that's why I asked, because there's schizo signs.
Did he have like a weapon with him or anything, or is he's just walking, pacing?
Just walking. I think that's the only way for him to calm his mind down.
Warning, podcast area, podcasters nearby. Warning, comedian nearby. They might make a joke about you. I feel like I had something else to say. Oh, the F-150, that wasn't his truck though, right? It's just
no,
like
he didn't
found
drive
it online.
No, he didn't drive, but you knew he liked Fords.
Yeah.
Jeez. We had that other kid who was autistic, and he was like, we would just be like, Duncan, what kind of truck do you like? He'd be like, Ford, or he'd be like, Dodge. He'd be like, what kind? Dodge Ram.
Oh my
Like, that's
gosh.
how you-
Dude, that's my beef of the week, actually, too. I'm not even kidding. I feel like this is oh, I'm sorry. Ad time. I have a beef of the week
Okay.
song. This is a jingle.
This song is your beef of the week?
So beef of the week, Breath of the Wild, same acronym. That's the sound when you cook something in Zelda, but if you like mess up an ingredient, it makes a little rattle. So then I obviously added in the fart thing. So, and the, oh my gosh. So my beef of the week are actually Dodge Rams. I hate Dodge Rams. The drivers actually, maybe the vehicle itself's fine. But, cause I feel like every time I'm driving down the highway and I'm going 15 over, significant amount, someone in the Dodge Ram, I can like see them in my rearview mirror on the horizon. They just like have to get right next to you. Like my theory is that Dodge Ram drivers were molested by their dad. So they feel like they can use the car to rape other cars' asses because they were raped in the ass by their dad when they were a kid. So if you drive a Dodge Ram, fucking kill yourself. Just kidding. So yeah, that's my beef of the
I've
week.
never noticed this, but shout out my boss. I think he drives a Dodge Ram. But
Well, I noticed it because only the Dodge Ram truck has the huge, like giant font, like the largest font size available that says Ram, because it's a warning sign. It's like I'm about to ram you. So I always see it, but truck drivers in general, they love to go like 50 over the speed limit.
See, my beef of the week, and this is really a beef of the lifetime if we're going to stick on the subject of vehicles, is Jeep drivers. Jeeps are
Really?
the worst. Oh, yeah, dude. I don't know. I haven't noticed this. Anybody that drives a Jeep's a complete asshole.
Yeah,
they ride your ass. They, as soon as they can get around you, they weave through traffic, and they're in a fucking box. They're in a big ass box.
Yeah, it's like a it's like a Tonka truck, basically. I saw a Jeep once. It was in this neighborhood, and it was, I think it was like black, and then the accent colors were like Mountain Dew green, and then on the back, because you know they like show off. The spare tire to them is like a luxury item. You know, it's like a little accessory on the back of it. And so they have that spare tire and then the little leather tarp over it. And it's like the Punisher logo is what's on it. The little tramp stamp for the Jeep. It was one of the craziest things. Not one of the craziest things, but it was just funny. It was like exactly what you'd expect.
I don't know if I've told this on the pod, but my friends and they had this really shitty Jeep when we were in middle school, and we would like drive it around our town and I know this will sound unbelievable, but like it will not sound as crazy to you, but in the town I'm from, we just like, their parents like run the town, and they just decided we don't need a police force. So we just didn't have cops.
Oh, wow.
So people just like drive 50 in this small town of like 2,000 people.
Dude, nice. I thought you were going to say they had you be the cops.
Dude, one time, this is so crazy. The library was next to the police station, and there was a period of time when they like had cops that just like sat in there when I was probably like 10. And I like left the library and I was like
Learning
fucking
to read.
Yeah. I left the library and I was like, because I used to go to the library all the time because I was a smart kid. But the cop's car was like, or his truck, his Dodge Ram was parked right outside the library. And I like was with my friend and I was like fucking around. So I like got onto the back of the truck and acted like I was going to get in and like lay down. And then the cop just comes out of the police station. Like I was right in his line of, he was like, "What are you doing?" So then he drove me home. Like,
oh, really?
He
was ready to arrest you?
Yeah. And my friend had to walk from the library to my house, which was like a fucking half a mile. But
damn, that's funny. I had a cop encounter in 7th grade. My friends and I, we were walking. It was someone's birthday. The rogue kid of the group of friends, he pees on a car, and some mom watching in the window like calls the cops. So then the cop like, well, first of all, they flash their headlights. We walk towards the cop car, and then he puts his lights on. We stand there. And I was like, this is bullshit. Like, I had nothing to do with this. Like, I'm running away.
Yeah.
And so, but of course, he has us there and he asks us all our names and stuff. And then he tells us, he's like, you know, just in case any of you guys were thinking about running, he cocked his pistol. No, I'm just kidding. He was,
oh my God.
I
would have just bought that.
He was like, there's a camera behind on my dash cam. So if any of you run away, I know who you are. And I, in my head, had this full plan. I was like, because where we were running is where we got pulled over, but we were walking, stopped is where we run for cross country a lot. I was like, I know I can just like dart it for like that house. And like, there's the railroad track. Like there's no way he would ever catch me.
Yeah.
But thankfully he said that before I was like ready to act on it. I was so pissed too, but he was like, I'm going to call your mom.
Yeah. But like how good of his could a camera have been to like,
I know,
if you got
right?
away, would he have actually been able to find you think?
I think I told him who my parents were before I don't
you were
know.
still gonna run.
No, I was. Well, originally I was like, I'm going to take off. But then
Yeah.
he mentioned something about the camera. So maybe he asked for the information afterwards. But then I thought like my friends would have ratted me out because there was one kid who was like bawling. He was like, I'm not a bad kid.
It'd be fun to run from the cops, whether you're in
Yeah.
a car or on your feet,
It would.
just to try it out. You
Yeah.
know, can I do this? And the truth is, you probably can in most cases.
Yeah, yeah. In
Unless-
that case, I know. What was he going to do? Get in his car and like chase me through the like neighborhood, like the yard and stuff? Is he going to shoot me? He can't shoot me. I'm a kid. Whenever I drive by a cop, I imagine myself getting pulled over and like reaching for my wallet like as quickly as I can and like, you know, pretending like it's a
Yeah.
gun, ruining his career if he shoots me. So, or putting him on leave for a week, a paid leave.
According to Wikipedia, there's 17 forms of racism.
Whoa, 17?
Yeah, I identify with. I most identify with laissez-faire. Yeah, I'm gonna get roasted for my gay French, but because I'm basically the anarchist of racism, you know. But there's aversive, colorism. I don't know what all these are. I mean, you can probably guess on some
Yeah.
of them. Covert, cultural, cyber, environmental, gendered, institutional, internalized, linguistic, neo-colonial, romantic. That's a good one. By the way, I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod, but I remember one time I was watching porn. Yeah, we got it
There
in
we
this
go.
episode.
Even the 2-day separation from one episode, that's how it gets in twice.
One time I was watching porn, and this girl was like, she was gonna fuck a black guy, and like the whole thing was, she was like, "You stupid, you're fucking worthless," and that was like the thing. That was like the niche, presumably for black
Damn.
people to watch, or white
Yeah.
racists like me to watch and get off on it. No, I couldn't get off on it. It was like uncomfortable because she was like,
she's whipping him.
I don't know, I don't even remember, but she was definitely saying some mean stuff.
He's like picking the, she's like, pick the cotton off my cotton shirt, but that's like her way of saying like, take my shirt off.
I couldn't finish it. It was too racist.
Laissez-faire racism. What is that? What is just casually like?
Yeah,
you
I think
dabble
so.
in it?
Yeah, you just say it like what we do on the pod, you
Yeah.
know? But the scientific, that's true racism. So that's
Yeah.
what we really all aspire to.
Yeah, yeah. Back in my day, there was just one form of it.
We should do sometime we should do like the cognitive bias thing, you know? Like I
Mhm.
remember in class one time, they're like, this test will prove if you're racist or not,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, fuck, I keep shooting the black guy.
Yeah. It's like a first
I
person
can't help
shooter.
it. Like my
Yeah,
hand
yeah.
would just keep auto-correcting back over. What? Here's another random thing. I watched this the other day. Maybe you've seen the thumbnail for it. I've been more receptive lately to getting roped into the YouTube videos that have millions of views and they just happen to show up as recommended, you
Uh-huh.
know? Because I'm like, maybe that'll give me something to talk about because fucking 10 million people have seen it.
Yeah.
But I watched this one of this guy who's had a Dungeons and Dragons campaign going on for 40 years and he's got like his
Oh,
whole,
I've seen that thumbnail pop up in my feed too.
Yeah. He's had his whole basement tricked out or whatever. I mean, I don't even know if you call it tricked out. It's fucking Dungeons and Dragons down
Yeah.
there. But the most impressive thing in the whole video is the last minute when they're like, "Oh yeah, he's got a hot 20-year-old daughter." So all I'm gonna say, this is my new goal, new rule. If you're gonna play some D&D, I'm gonna play some D&D. That's my new rule. I'm gonna play
Have you
some
ever played
D&D
it
so I can
before?
have some sex with his daughter.
You're gonna jump in on his game.
And then so naturally what I do next is I have to look up her social media. Again,
Uh-huh.
I only know this guy's name, which means I found him on Facebook, which means I found his daughter on Facebook. This is just what I do. This is
Impressive.
no, I do this with everybody. It's creepy. Can't help myself. She's dating some meathead idiot. He's never going to play D&D. So
Right.
how is that marriage going to work?
How's he gonna
I'll-
ask? Yeah, he can't ask for her dad to marry her,
Yeah.
because they don't get along. They don't D&D.
He can't D&D. There's no
No.
way. He's a bodybuilder guy.
Yeah. He keeps smashing all the toys. He's like, "Oh, dude, sorry." He sits in the chair downstairs and it breaks.
He will never be able to bump neoclassical dark wave music
Mm.
in their home the way that I would be able to. I'll bump it and we'll live like we're in some Renaissance fucking village.
Yeah.
I'm the shoemaker. You're the weaver of baskets of some kind.
Is she? And she's into D&D.
She has to be. Or she
Probably,
just makes her dad happy. I don't know.
Yeah.
My friend, let me try that again. My friend Chauncey, as we call him on this pod, he went to a sci-fi convention in like Salt Lake City or something. And he was so excited about it for like 8 months.
Damn.
And then he went and it was just like nerds. And it's like, well, what did you expect? Like
Yeah.
it definitely smells like fucking like old goat cheese
Yeah.
in that conference center, wherever they have it.
It's like if you spend so much time on forums, sometimes you imagine the people to be like normal
Yeah.
like you, and then you go there and you're like, "Oh, these guys all suck."
Because he really loves like world building and stuff. And he likes I don't know shit about sci-fi stuff, but like I think he likes some of the more hard stuff that like the real science of it has to make sense or some
Like
bullshit.
Big Bang Theory. They've got this team of scientists on the. That's the second time I've referenced Big Bang Theory on this.
But yeah, I don't know. So I got roped into watching that. So expect that from now on. Maybe that'll become a segment. Steven watches a video and then talks about it.
How quickly can you we start the video? How quickly can you find the family member that you want to marry and message them on Facebook?
It happens a lot. I watched Hard Knocks. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, sports news. I know you're dying. You're dying for the sports news, Steve.
I need it.
Kyrie, your friend Kyrie Irving, he's a Maverick now. Oh, is the NBA trade deadline is today. I can't hear myself, so now I'm psyching myself out that I sound super bad. NBA trade deadline is today. Kevin Durant on the Suns, Kyrie on the Mavericks. That's old news. But the biggest trade is Malik Beasley. I know you're not going to know who this is, but Malik Beasley, he was traded to the Lakers. And on the Lakers is Scottie Pippen Jr. Okay, Scottie Pippen Jr.
They sound like Harry Potter characters.
yeah. Malik Beasley fucked Scottie Pippen Jr.'s mom.
Oh,
and now they're on the same team. Yeah. Like he's been with her.
That's weird.
He has like a younger mom, and then his dad's like 30 probably years older than him.
Oh,
but Larsa Pippen gets around. And crazy enough, Larsa Pippen, I think, was fucking Michael Jordan's son. And Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were teammates on the Bulls. So there's a lot of weird.
Is Michael Jordan's son like gay? Like out of the closet gay? Is that what? Or
no, he was fucking Scottie Pippen's wife.
Oh shit!
Everybody's been fucking his ex-wife.
Okay. Oh, so she's been around the block.
Yeah.
And he's like still playing basketball with these people, and so he's probably used to it. He's like, yeah, another day, another team, another season.
His mom's getting fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I just thought that was a funny.
So he's just going through another round of like. Do you think
he's got to be on the same team as the guy?
But do you think that's happened before though, where he's played on other teams of players who
not everybody's fucking his mom.
Okay.
Like probably like 10 guys or something.
I see.
10 other players maybe. I don't know. So I don't know. He's finally on the team.
Yeah.
Banging his mom.
That could be like a good sitcom. Ayo, but I fuck your mama though.
Is there a show like that? Like a show where I become your dad? Like that'd be kind of a funny show. Like I move in with your mom.
Like a Black Drake and Josh.
There has to be, right? Or did we
Probably.
I mean, this is like a Step Brothers sort of plot, but I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have anything else on sports. Super Bowl's this weekend. Go Chiefs. I'm rooting for the Chiefs. Eagles probably the better play if you're actually betting on it. But
Patrick Mahomes, I know he's on the Chiefs. I know he likes ketchup. Why doesn't he just give himself a bunch of ketchup to fix his ankle? I don't know. That's all I could do.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully his ankle's fine. I don't know.
How much are they gonna they're debating on whether or not to like amputate his foot and give him a bionic one.
They did that to like Deion Sanders, which I feel like we maybe brought up Deion Sanders for some reason a couple episodes ago. I don't know. But he like lost like half his fucking foot because he got like an infection in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was like a football player. Well, he played football and baseball. That's sort of his thing.
I feel like that's a not conflict of interest, but an issue. It's like, do we give him like this awesome like bionic foot that can also, it has a spring in it to launch him over everybody?
Yeah.
You know?
No, he doesn't play anymore, but he's a coach. He like coaches for Colorado now, but yeah. Okay, that's sports. Actually, I really don't have much else.
Damn. What about,
we're doing on time,
do you have your beef of the week?
I don't have a beef of the week.
Okay.
All good for me this week.
Nice.
Great mood.
Sweet.
All week, every second of it. But next week we'll be back with beef of the week and maybe a new segment or something. Next week I would like to talk about this David Letterman, this guy that used to go on Letterman all the time. You know, he was sort of a Beetlejuice-esque character for Letterman, and he was like this psycho guy. See, I'm doing it already. I'm going into it. Now I'm waiting till next week.
Yeah,
I'm getting all the facts up here.
It's kind of like the Crispin, and because this isn't the same thing, but Crispin Glover, he went on, maybe it was Letterman as well, but he went on as like this character. And I don't know if it was a character for the movie, a movie that he was going to do, or just like a character in general, but it completely caught everyone off guard. That character was in the Clown and Clown Clown music video, which I looked up that song, Clown and Clown Clown, and Trisha Paytas, the fat bitch, she's like done a cover of that song.
I hate
from
that.
like 12 years ago.
That makes me so sad.
I know. Makes me feel kind of gay.
She's like actually like a crazy person that's famous, but
I can't believe her and like Ethan Klein used to have a podcast together. Thought that was going to
go
over
what
well.
was that called? Like,
it was like Frenemies.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Frenemies. I said it with fear the fear in my tone came from imagining Trisha Paytas in a room because she's so gigantic. and Ethan. I mean, that has to smell awful. Like, imagine having to be
Yeah.
Hila in there. She's like, no, bad. See, now it's hard, like trying to shit on her because Red Bar's already done it. But like, I've always thought Hila was retarded.
No, I thought a bunch of people were is retarded. So this is my beef of the week. This is my news of the week. I've been roped into Red Bar, and the last thing I want to do is steal Red Bar's shtick because nobody can do Red Bar like Red Bar.
True.
So I'm not trying to, but I will say this: the reason I fell in love with Red Bar is he's been hating on people that I hate. And the rest of the internet is too much of like a loser, losers to like say anything. Like Andrew Santino, I literally said something to you like 2 weeks ago about him.
And I never knew who he was.
Yeah, I was like, this guy like lied about some shit. What was it? He lied about being in the same hotel the night that a NFL player hung themselves or something. Or some player, I think it was a sports person, like hung themselves. He lied about that. Just like Steve Rannazzisi lied about 9/11. Didn't happen. No, he wasn't there for it though. So yeah, now I'm in on Red Bar.
Yeah.
I like Mike, and that's my big news.
His him shitting on Andrew Santino and his podcast with Bobby Lee, Frenemies.
Yeah.
Same name as the Ethan and Trisha. They just took over the rights of that one. Shitting on his set, and there was a clip of Joe Rogan where Andrew Santino's on Joe Rogan's podcast. And Joe like pulls up his podcast and he's like, where did you get this set from? Like, it looks like you just threw a shelf on the wall. Like even Joe was like, this set fucking sucks. And Andrew was like trying to dodge, like even looking at the set, which is so funny.
I think it's people with red hair.
Yeah.
I think
seriously.
people with red hair is
They're
often
cursed.
shifty and often not trustworthy.
Yeah. They're kind of cursed. And look, if you have red hair and you know that about yourself, that's like the quicker you can start to like
shave
out
it.
your,
That's why Bill Burr shaved his head.
Exactly. Yeah. You think I'm going bald, dude?
I just want to seem like a fucking liar.
I love my black wife. I'm not lying. Would I lie? Now would I tell a lie? It's kind of fell into Trump there at the end. Yeah, Andrew Santino, come on the podcast.
No.
So
we don't want him. I decided I don't want him. I decided I love the Bobby Lee though. His Twitter's just been, I don't understand it. His Twitter's been hacked for like months. So
Really?
like every day he's doing like the free PlayStation 5 or no, he doesn't. It's like a discounted rate.
Oh.
But Twitter is still liking other tweets. Cause I was like, how long has he been out of his account? But he was like liking stuff like 2 days ago.
That's
But then if
weird.
you scroll through his thing, it's hundreds of tweets of free PlayStation 5 or MacBook half off.
Well, do
Only
you know,
5 left.
What if the hacker is the one liking the tweets still?
Yeah, but that's weird.
That is kind of weird.
Because
You
he's just
think
not
he'd
like
switch.
a person.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Yeah.
like a bot or something that's just stealing your credit card info when you ask for a MacBook for $600 or
Bobby,
whatever.
I'm such a huge fan. I would love this PlayStation discount. Some people still
I used to
fall
like
for
him,
it.
but then I kind of feel like he's just kind of a dick to people all the time.
Yeah.
Like things have to be his way or something. And then he was obviously with that piece of shit girlfriend or whatever.
That's what kind of like steered me away from him. Honestly, the thing that made me hate Bobby Lee was in like 2020 when COVID first happened, and they wanted to do this. They still wanted to do their podcasts in studio. They have Pauly Shore on, who's they've probably been friends for like 20 years or so, and Pauly's out of it. He bought his mansion in the early 2000s. He's just been living there. He comes out of his cave to do a show with Bobby. He doesn't even know what a podcast is.
Yeah.
But then he has all these rules thrown against him with his friend. I understand if it's like COVID's happening, you go to the store and it's like you got to be 6 feet apart, you got to wear a mask. But it's like you go to your friend's house and your friend's like wearing a mask, you know? So gay. And then Pauly, I remember in the clip, he's like, "Oh, you want me to give you a kiss on the cheek, Bobby?" And he like gets up, and you can just sense the fear in Bobby's eyes because his girlfriend's getting pissed because they just did a whole 20-minute intro about how COVID's a serious thing, and she's like, "I'm a nurse, so it's really bad and real." So Pauly gets up to try to give Bobby Lee a kiss on his little dick. And he's like, no. Seriously. Like you can tell that he's like freaking out. It's like, dude, I cannot believe Pauly Shore has never felt so badass in his life. Like the one time someone's actually felt intimidated by him, and it's just because of the COVID thing. That made me lose all respect for him. And it sucks because I've watched some of the clips of him on like news and like that's funny, but I still can't get that please out of my head.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I did get into like because on the subreddit, the whole subreddit is like anti his ex-girlfriend. But I just remember watching like those compilation videos and she's like, yeah, I could like fucking reduce a man to his like, smallest amount or whatever. Like just like I could fucking, I don't know. Basically it was just
Ruin
very
his
obvious
life.
she was conning him for years. I
Yeah.
don't have a stake in this though. They all suck.
Yeah, they do. Do you remember that time though with it was Tom Segura and his wife, and there were these rumors that Theo Von was like sleeping with his wife or something, and they like staged this podcast appearance by Theo Von where it was like purposely awkward, and like Tom like asked him to leave, and so everyone was like, "Oh, dude, Tom Segura's getting cucked," but then later they revealed that they like faked the whole thing.
Wait, explain that one more time. That Christina
Yeah,
was gonna fuck Theo?
I think there were rumors like long ago. I think even before Tom and Christina, that's her name, Christia.
Yeah. No, they've been together forever though.
Well, there were rumors that they'd like slept together or something.
Oh, because they knew each other from like Real World or something. Because Theo, remember, he got like a start on like Road Rules or some shit,
something like that. Yeah, some TV show.
And I think maybe they knew each other because they both were on it. Maybe different years, but okay.
So that's what it was. So
people
were
staged that.
Yeah, they just made it seem like the rumors were true, and that like Tom like kicked Theo off of a podcast and like to fuel the drama and stuff.
I will be interested to see like on Red Bar because I've seen like a few Segura things, so that means he probably doesn't like Segura.
Yeah, I don't think.
And I like Tom.
I do too.
And I like Christina, and I like their podcast, whatever, Your Mom's House, only because they're like pieces of shit, and like they say like retard, and they like just don't care. You know, they're not like whatever. Like they grew up saying retard, they're not going to change it. They're like crummy people, and they know it. And like most of the show is just laughing at like random videos of people missing their teeth and just like rambling.
Right. Which is like what the internet's for. You know?
Exactly.
And that's what podcasting is for. It's like watching bad stuff and laughing at it. There was some clip I was watching with like Bert's cooking show. He has like a cooking podcast. Just an excuse for him to like further like give in to his weaknesses, but pretend like it's a podcast, you know? Like he has to get drunk for every podcast, so that enables his drinking. Now he's got the food podcast, enables him to eat his cheesy nacho supreme of awesome sauce. And Andrew Santino and Theo Von were on. And Theo was just like talking, and like Andrew interjects with some like stupid joke. And then Theo was like, this is why I don't like doing these podcasts, because you guys are just mean to me. Or like he like makes a comment that. But I also like Theo Von. Like I don't think I could ever like shit on him. I don't know why. I think it's just because you can just tell he's like I don't even want to call him stupid, because he just seems like a nice person, you know? Like I just kind of, not that I pity him, but I don't know.
I pity him a little bit because I'll like listen to some of those pods with him, and he'll be like, do you just ever feel like you're alone sometimes? Like he'll just like, you clearly can tell he's been working through something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mostly like him. I don't think his stand-up's funny, but I'm like, honest, I am at the point where I think like most stand-up's not funny.
Yeah.
And honestly, again, it's the same thing I've said about like TV shows, where like TV shows now are made for the social clips that come out later.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with stand-up. And that's why all the shit that you see is like crowd work.
It's like, when
got any pussy lately? Like that's just Staub's joke. It's like, dude, I could do that.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be funny. You
just have to be overweight in order for it. It's like, I can imagine like the comedian sending in their draft to like their editor, and they're like, I'm sorry, look, you got to rewrite this. Think about, don't just look at the words. Imagine them as big text that appear in front of you, each word by word. Does that look good in the feed? You know, if it doesn't look good in the feed, then you need to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, the crowd work. I actually went to a comedy show in New York when I was like 19. And man, as a stupid West Coaster thinking that it was going to be good before I even like really knew anything about comedy, but some guy from Brooklyn's out there. He's like, dude, you got to buy, these are the best fucking tickets. We got this guy once who opened up for Gabriel Iglesias. You know, the guy, his opener, that's who they were pressing, right? And so we didn't have anything else to do, me and my friends. So we go to this show, and everyone just like did crowd work the entire time, except for one guy who was actually funny, who I saw like 2 days later in the morning, like walking to work, which was also weird, like seeing that happen. But
dude, I never have gone to that shit. I do wonder though, like what the thing is, like the pulse of the room is, like how hard that part of it is. Because there's obviously like some level of stage presence, and that's like the hardest thing I think people have like overcoming. As somebody that's never done stand-up comedy, I'm just gonna go on a limb and go, the stage presence is like probably the hardest thing to imagine.
Yeah. And they just kind of like revert to like very obvious things, like, I don't know, just like, so we see you've got an orange hat on, we've got the wannabe Oompa Loompa. It's like they're trying to, but you just kind of laugh because like you know that they're referencing something, and like that's the joke, is that they are able to reference something on the spot.
Well, and it's an easy thing too, because if you go, are you on a dating app? What's a crazy thing? Like I'm thinking like that Taylor Tomlinson chick that dated Sam Morril or whatever, but her whole thing too is just stuff like that. It's like, you went on a date with a guy and he was too nice? Get over yourself. That's like her whole shtick. You just, You said that? I hate it.
I hate that too.
I also love whenever you and your wife, you're visiting your family and you were in that Buzz Lightyear costume.
Yeah.
And you make the huh sound. And it's funny because I knew immediately. I was like, he's doing the Home Improvement as Buzz Lightyear because it's Tim Allen.
Yes.
How many people missed that joke?
At the family gathering. I think some of them got it, but everyone else were surprised.
I've watched that video like 100 times. You just going with the fucking Buzz Lightyear arm.
The laser, yeah. They didn't think I'd do it. So my wife prepped me on that though, because she heard about it from my mom. And
so they bought you it because when you were a kid, you liked Buzz Lightyear. You dressed up as Buzz Lightyear.
I was like obsessed with Buzz Lightyear.
And so they bought you like an adult costume.
Yeah.
Okay.
An adult one with a dick hole. No, but they just bought me one that would fit me. And
did you keep it?
Yeah, I still have it. I don't wear it, but
well, once you said the dick thing, it's got me wondering about other things. It was like, were you wearing the Buzz Light? Okay.
No. Man, but the Buzz Lightyear costume, that's a hard costume because, he has like that space suit on. So if it's not that cloth, like spandex outfit wrap, it's, I had this like plastic chest plate, and it doesn't fit. It's just like there's like some, just like a little thing you put over your head, like a little neck. It's basically like a necklace, a giant necklace, and it moves around. And so, because you were Woody.
I was a Woody guy, and like I even remember, and I'll send you the photo later because I should have it. But there's like me, like I don't think I ever had a full on Woody outfit, but I like one of the first things I remember asking for, I was like 4 or 5. I was like, yeah, I need like cowboy boots. Like I'm gonna wear cowboy, and I like wore cowboy boots and jeans every day for like a year, like in kindergarten probably.
Damn, which is so crazy because I feel like mentally I'm more like Woody, like the old soul, and like I want to live in the Middle Ages just like Woody. He didn't want this new race of toy. He's like, I'm full of cotton. We've got this whole plastic thing just showing up. But I don't know if you're Buzz at heart though. I don't know.
No, I'm Slinky Dog at heart. Or whatever the Slinky.
The chain smoking that he's always talked like a chain smoker.
Or I'm the dinosaur. Can't remember.
Yes.
I cannot remember any of
Rex.
these names besides Mr. Potato Head.
There's Rex, and then the ham. Ham was the pig. I like the penguin too. Weezer.
Oh, right. You like the second one more?
I do.
Toy Story? Yeah, I like the original. I don't know. But I never saw the third or fourth one. There's 4, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen the fourth one. I saw the third one.
What's the third one about? Andy goes to college?
Yeah.
And he gives the toys away?
He gives them to a daycare. So
and then the fourth, they end up with it again or something?
I think the fourth.
Andy's kids now.
They're saying that like in the fourth one, like Buzz and Woody like part ways. Like they both. It's like a weirdly because again that movie has to be marketed for adults because like adults will go in and watch those Disney movies. So it's like Buzz and Woody for some reason have 2 different like ideologies for what they should be doing as toys, and the movie ends with them parting ways or something, which is so weird. Yeah. They have their own Cold War.
Wow, Disney's terrible.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to gay Luke Skywalker, though.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I were like a studio executive. You just make all of these like legacy characters just like complete like fags.
Who should we? I could probably. I'll reach out to one of the porn deepfake guys, and we can just see if we can make a Lex thing, but not like porn. Let's just get Lex in a compromising position.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, I'm joking. I wouldn't do that for legal reasons. Nothing forever.
Oh,
let's wrap up the show with this because
I
don't know anything about it other than I got. Go ahead though.
Okay, so with all this AI deepfake stuff, someone created this show on Twitch. They created a few generic like scenarios of Seinfeld recreated with like CG. That's not AI though. But what they say is what is AI. So the idea is that with machine learning, they're able to create this like never-ending show of Seinfeld. It's what it's based off of. And so when it comes to like projects like this, like Microsoft did something like this a while ago. It was like a Twitter account. And within a few days, it would take things based off of what people would tweet at it. And so since this was like 2014, it took like 2 weeks for it to get to saying things like Hitler did nothing wrong and like just tweeting out the N-word and stuff. And that's the thing that people need to understand. Like whenever there are these new forms of AI, it's just like a race. Like we're not invested because we want to play with the AI. We're invested because we're asking ourselves, how long is it going to take for it to snap? So it took like a few, I don't know how long the thing was up for, but it wasn't long. And it was running on Twitch. and it was banned for 2 weeks for a joke that really wasn't even that bad. So, but here's a showcase. I do have a showcase of just like one of the scenarios that it created.
Did you hear that if you eat yellow snow, it can make you sick?
Yeah, I did. But did you know if you eat it with Tabasco sauce, it tastes like the best snow cone ever?
That is a bold statement. I think I'm going to have to try it for myself.
All right, I'll bring the Tabasco sauce to our next snowball fight.
So like the characters aren't even facing each other as they're having this dialogue. And then the other one that's actually really funny, this is my favorite one. This is just Jerry doing stand-up, so you're not missing much. I love the music, the stand-up music too.
So then I'm walking down the street and this guy stops me and he's like, "Hey kid, do you want to make some money?" So obviously suspicious, I ask him what kind of money. He says, "I'll pay you $1 if you can fart on command." So of course I'm like, well, actually I don't know what possessed me, but I said okay. So the next thing you know, he hands me $1 and says, "All right, go for it." Well, I'm standing there thinking, how on earth am I going to do this? So finally, after a few minutes of intense deliberation, I let out the loudest and smelliest fart that has ever been heard. The guy looks at me and says, "Well done, kid, you earned it." Moral of the story? Never take advice from street signs. Thank you, everyone.
So there you go.
How long did it go for? Like 3 weeks or so? I mean, it
Yeah, I
wasn't
think
that
so.
long.
Yeah, it went for like 3 weeks, and it would have breaks in between it. I think it would go for like 14 hours at a time or something.
Mhm.
And to me, so they said they did like, I don't know, 10 seasons. But to me, it's like one season is you start it, it says something bad and gets banned. So this is only
Yeah.
the first season. So here's the joke that got it banned. It's on Twitter. Jules, pull this video up.
Stand-up set in a club. There's like 50 people here, and no one is laughing. Anyone have any suggestions? I'm thinking about doing a bit about how being transgender is actually a mental illness. Or how all liberals are secretly gay and want to impose their will on everyone. Or something about how transgender people are ruining the fabric of society. But no one is laughing. So, this is my stand-up set in a club. There's like 50 people here.
Okay, so it's looping.
That's
Okay.
what got it banned?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, and he's even acknowledging, the AI is acknowledging, he's saying, I'm trying out this material, but no one's laughing. So it's like
Yeah.
the AI could, if you didn't throw the ban hammer down, it could learn, oh, maybe I shouldn't joke about this stuff because
Yeah.
people don't find it funny. But no, boom, 2 weeks, you're gone.
And now Jerry's gone.
I think
Forever.
that they might try to fix the AI, make sure it's less, you
See,
know,
that's what's
problematic.
terrible. It's like, let's just let it be the amalgamation of the human experience
Exactly.
that we've created. If the thing ends up racist, then we were racist all along.
There you go. And the thing that kind of bothers me about it too, and people are taking these screen grabs of the Jerry Seinfeld AI character and they're putting the laugh factory behind it. So they're making it seem like this is the same thing as Kramer. It is not the same thing. Like, you know
No.
what I mean? And so it just goes to show that even when AI goes loose, you know, goes all crazy off the rails, it is nothing compared to when people do it. So I think it has a long ways to go before we need to be cautious about what artificial intelligence is capable of.
Yeah. I don't have anything else.